What's up, everybody? It's Chasten J Miles, and now is the time that I want to lay it all out for you, how I got my first listing. I'm going to talk about exactly what I did, how I got the phone number, what I said on the phone, like literally how I got my first listing. I'm going to break it down step by step, what I did when I first got in real estate to actually start doing deals. And so I hope that you can find this video helpful, and I hope that it can kind of give you some ideas as to what you can do to maybe get your first listing. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm gonna move around a little bit. Now that we are all situated, if you are new to my channel, my name is Chasten J Miles, and I am a real estate agent here in Dallas, Texas. And what I like to do on my YouTube channel is kind of share insights into the real estate business, let you know how I built my business, which I've been in the business for this is my 6th year in the business full time. And so I've sold a lot of real estate, and it's still a growing business, but I like to share what I know in hopes of it helping somebody, and in hopes of you choosing to create better decisions in your real estate business. And so if you are new here, please click the subscribe button so that way you can get notified when I release new content. And if you aren't new here, thank you for continuing to follow, and thank you for your messages, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. And so in this video, like I said, I want to break down how I got my first listing. I know that I recorded a video in the past kind of, skimming over the topic, but I feel like it's necessary for me to really go through step by step how it all went down. And so that's what I'm going to do for you right now. I got my first listing maybe after 6 months or so, 6 or 7 months of being in the business. And this was after I had already moved from one KW office to another KW office. And so I was in Dallas, and I needed some business. Like, I needed something. I was broke. I needed something to even stay afloat. And so I was still in that beginner stage, that new agent stage, which I was willing to literally try anything. Whatever I had to do, I was gonna do it. And there was this guy in the office, and every morning he would come in and he would just hit the phones. He would literally call people. He was using the same script. He was saying the same thing every single day to people. I don't know if he got results from it. I mean, hopefully he did. I wasn't really able to hear a conversation mature to where he was taking down a listing appointment, but again, he was doing it every single day, so I'm hoping that he got some good results from it. One day, I decided to ask him for his script, and he was actually more than willing to give it to me. So he gave it to me, and I said, okay, well, I have nothing to lose. I'm going to try this whole cold calling thing. I'm going to try to get a listing with this script. And so I didn't start that day, though. I didn't start that day because I had some nerves I had to work down. And so I came into the office. It wasn't even the next day. It was probably like 3 or 4 days later. I came in dressed and ready to go. I had this script printed out. I was sitting in front of a computer because I did not have a laptop at the time. I just didn't have one. I couldn't afford one. And so I was using the office computer, and I sat there. I sat in front of the computer. I had all my notebooks, all my notes and everything. I mean, y'all would have thought that I had this all figured out, but I just knew that I was prepared, and I was about to hit these phones and make some stuff happen. So once I had everything laid out, and I mean, I wish y'all could have seen me. Once I had everything laid out, I just sat there. I was looking like, all right, Who am I gonna call? I don't have any phone numbers. I have this script, have my notebook, I have my calendar that was blank. I don't know why I had it out like I needed to look and check my availability, but I had it all sitting there. What I decided to do, I got on Google and I typed in for sale by owners, and guess what came up? A website was literally forsalebyowner.com. And so I went to forsalebyowner.com, and they literally had listings on there, and they had phone numbers to the actual homeowners who were on this website. So this is a website where homeowners can go in, place their own properties, and in hopes of selling them without a real estate agent. I scrolled and I scrolled and I scrolled, and I just said, what the hell, let's just go for it. I called one number, they didn't answer. I called another number, they didn't answer, and like these are different listings. And so I want to say it was maybe my fifth one that I ended up dialing. The guy answers, and I was, hello, this is Chasten Miles with Keller Williams, and I'm calling, and the guy kind of stopped me. He said, so you're a real estate agent? And I was like, yes, sir. I didn't know. I was, yes, sir. And he just starts talking to me, and he was like, yeah, so I'm sure you see it on the website. What questions do you have? And so I'm back on my script. So why did you decide to sell? Well, you wanted to sell. Where were you going to go after this? Literally on this script. And the guy stops me again, and he's like, all right, how much do you think my house is worth? And I said, well, I don't really know yet. I would have to go ahead and run some comps on it, and I can let you know. So he goes, okay, run some comps on it and call me back. I said, okay. Got off the phone. I had to figure out how to run some comps. And so I got another agent that was in the office to help me run some comps. We did it in around 15 to 20 minutes. And after I ran those comps, I called the guy back. I said, yeah, so based on what we found, the home should be worth around X, Y, and Z. And I think the number was, I don't know, it was in the low 200s. Yeah, I think it was in like the low 200s. And he said, okay. And I was like, okay. And he goes, you were the first real estate agent that I ever spoke with, and believe me, I've received many calls from this website, but you're the first real estate agent who actually did what they said that they were going to do, and you actually called me back with the information that I requested. So I'm going to give you the listing. Y'all, I literally could have, I'm not going to say what I'm going to say, but if you know me, I would have yeah, this was the most exciting time in just my whole career. I was like, oh my gosh, I got a listing. He goes, send me whatever you have to send me. I will electronically sign it, and there's already a lockbox on the door, and I'll give you access to it. I was literally like, this can't be, is it really this easy? But sure enough, I filled out the listing agreement with help, of course. I sent it over to him. He docu-signed it and gave me access to it. And that was literally how I got my first listing. It was so crazy how it all went down. I'm telling you, my confidence score was like this much before. And once he told me that, I was just like, oh my gosh, what have I been waiting on this whole time? That was one of those one-offs. But turns out he was an investor. So he gave me that listing, and he gave me another one after that one. So just from literally growing some balls and deciding to cold call, I got that listing. Now, fast forward, it's a 100% part of my business, but that's how it all went down. And so it was really just making a decision that I was going to do something. I didn't know what the result was going to be, and actually following through with it. And not only following through, but following through with what I said that I was going to do for him. What I told him, or what he asked of me, and actually doing it in a timely fashion. The guy, he was very easygoing. This is actually a picture of the home. This was the listing, and I'll tell y'all the story, you know, what kind of took place from signing that listing later. But if you've watched some of my, you know, maybe my older videos, you kind of know how this story goes. But that was literally how I got my first listing, and I was very proud of myself. And again, I continue to do things like that today in my business, so I'm not afraid of cold calling. I appreciate you for watching, and I hope that this video has kind of enlightened you on maybe a different way of doing real estate, and maybe a different way of conducting your business. If you want to try to get more listings or try cold calling, believe me, there is hope out there. So please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and as always, I would love to keep this conversation going, so leave me a comment below and let's chat. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button, because I would really like you to be a part of my little community here. And so until next time, I'm Chasen J Miles, and I will talk to you soon.